In NCAA Division II, student-athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student-athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student-athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
And it is a gloomy day here in Florida, but it's sunny here inside Warden Arena. I'm Cam Champagne alongside Daniel Aronson as we have the Rollins Women's Tars versus Tampa University. And Tampa's off to a hot start in the conference, starting 12-0, 15-3 overall. But Rollins been struggling a little as of late. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, Tampa obviously off to a great start to start the Sunshine State Conference. Dory Nagy named Sunshine State Conference Player of the Week last week. She's been a stud for this team. Also, point guard Chris Nelson been dishing dimes. But this team is in first place because of their defense. #1 defense in the Sunshine State Conference. That's how they've been getting it done, Cam.
And early in the year, as I could say, 85-60 Tampa. Anything Rollins can do to stop that and help get a big upset today?
Yeah, I talked to Tampa's coach before the game. He said, throw the record books out here. Any road game in the Sunshine State Conference is going to be tough, so expect it to be a little bit closer than the last time. I was mentioning to you earlier, Cam, Tampa has 2 of the top 3 rebounders in the Sunshine State Conference, so keep them off the glass will definitely be a key for Rollins tonight.
All right, well, I'm Cam Champagne alongside Daniel Aronson. Tip-off is coming soon.
Everyone from the Princeton Review to Condé Nast Traveler regularly ranks Rollins as one of America's most beautiful college campuses. Zoom in, though. Take, for example, our conference-style learning environment. Consider the dozens of high-end laboratories and collaborative workshops. Drop in on the professional performance venues where our student artists hone their crafts. Stroll by the courts and playing fields where our student athletes develop lifelong leadership skills. Take a closer look at Rollins, and you'll realize our beauty runs deep.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams, discover your talents, get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Welcome to Warden Arena as we have the undefeated in the conference Tampa Spartans versus the 4-7 in the conference Rollins Tars. It's going to be a good game today as we just heard Dory Nagy is not starting as their leading scorer and rebounder.
Yeah, we highlighted her in the open. We talked about how big of an impact she's had. Sunshine State Conference Player of the Week, Dory Nagy, not in the starting lineup. Definitely something to look out for, but this Tampa team is more than just Dory Nagy. They do it from all over the floor. They play defense, they grab rebounds, they just play basketball the right way.
And for Rollins, what do you think they can do with her loss, not in the starting lineup? And they said she may play today, she may not. No discipline reasons, but what do you think Rollins can do to affect that?
Yeah, obviously Dory Nagy, second in the conference in rebounds per game, but they also have the 3rd leading rebounder in the conference. So definitely going to have to crash that glass. Rollins only been out-rebounded once this whole season, so definitely something to look out for, the rebounding battle between the Rollins Tars and the Tampa Spartans.
And after coming off that stunned loss versus
Embry-Riddle,
what do you think they can do to bounce back from that and maybe try to upset Tampa today?
Yeah, I think guard play is going to be such a big thing. Jalen Harrison, the leading scorer for the Tars, Yari Martinez-Toro, and Rachel Leah are going to have to control the pace of the game and hopefully lead the Tars to a win.
And if Tampa wins today, they'll be the first team in 10 years since actually the Rollins Tars going undefeated 10 years ago. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, a lot of basketball left to be played in this season. I talked to Coach Jesse earlier before the game, and he talked about how every road game is difficult, going to be a grind, and Rollins going to give it their all tonight against these Tampa Spartans and try to give them their first loss of the Sunshine State Conference season.
And today we have myself, Cam Champagne, Dan Harrison, and on the sideline, Neil Fisher. So tip is right away.
Ensuing coming next, Rollins 4-7 in conference, trying to get to 5-8 after tonight. Should be a good one on our hands, Cam.
Yep, just gotta play hard without Dory, and just gotta play hard.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Should be a fun one on the eve of Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, who do you got going in tomorrow?
Should be a great game. I think, obviously, it's not the sexiest matchup you could have wanted, but two of the best teams in the NFL. It's all going to come down to if they can stop San Francisco from running the ball. Should be a great game, but I'm more excited for the one we got on deck right now. Tiana Rosser, started every game this season for the Tars, taking the tip. So hopefully Tars can get off to a good start here and get in front early against the Tampa Spartans.
All right, we got 40 minutes of basketball coming up for you. Tip is coming soon.
Good crowd here at Warden Arena. Gloomy day, not so great outside. Fans don't want to go to the baseball game. Come to Warden Arena to catch an awesome basketball game.
Nice and warm. No weather affects basketball, so here we go.
And the officials on deck for tonight, we have Gio Insigneris, Sam Crawford, and Fred Risby in stripes today.
As Tampa wins the tip. Rollins coming out in that 3-2 defense as they like to do. Kick to the side, fouled by number
34, Tiana Rosser. Just going to get with a body. I like the ball movement from Tampa earlier. If you're going to beat a 2-3 zone, got to move the ball around.
Three's up. And the three is good from number 3, Julia Ingram. As Jalen Harrison likes to push it up a little.
Julia Ingram in the starting lineup. And Dory Nagy not in. Little shock to us. We were not expecting that coming into the broadcast, but
she's making a difference early. Swings it inside. Looks it up to Jalen Harrison. 9 on the shot clock. Jalen puts up the three. And the three is good. Back-to-back threes to start off the game.
Jalen Harrison, the leading scorer for the Tars, and then they come with pressure right after the make.
Look for Rollins to stay out on the three-point line without Dory down there and the big effect down there. But also you got number 23, LaShayla Wright-Ponder, where she's also big on the boards.
That's the third leading rebounder in the conference, LaShayla Wright-Ponder. So the battle of the glass going to be a big difference in this game.
Yep. Denise Daniels takes it to the inside. No good. As Tampa likes to push it up. As Chris Nelson likes to set up the offense. Julia Ingram with the ball. Three is up. Three is no good. Rebounded by Denise Daniels as she pushes it up to the front court.
Our sideline man, Neil Fisher, here with us to give us an update.
Yeah, so Cam and Daniel asked Coach Wilkes about his the last game. Basically, they lost to Embry-Riddle 62-57. They gave up a fourth quarter lead there, and he said that's really been their biggest problem, not as far as the statistics. So very good team, but they seem to be losing the games in the last 3 minutes.
The ball comes right our way. I was going to protect you there, Neil. Try to catch that one. Good update there.
Yeah, thank you, Neil.
As they let that lead slip away against Embry-Riddle. Hope to not do the same tonight. Going to close out this one.
Pull off a big upset.
Tampa, as we highlighted, undefeated in conference. And our brilliant radio man told us no team has done that since the Rollins Tars 10 years ago.
Ingram shooting off early, coming off that first start of the season for Dory. Jalen Harrison kicks out to Yori. Denise Daniels trying to find something. Yari pulls up the three, and it's good from deep range. Yari Martinez.
Good start for the Tars, knocking down their first 2 threes of the game. That could be a thing to watch out for, but Wright Ponder gets the easy bucket down low.
As we said earlier in the early timeout, Rollins 6-7 Tampa. 6:39 left in the first. We'll be right back with you for Rollins Tars Network.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Welcome back to Warden Arena as your Tars are down 1 early with 6:35 left in the first. I'd like to talk about pregame. They honored Kobe and Gigi and all the family victims that were affected in that. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, a really nice tribute to Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bean, obviously we grew up all watching him. I saw in the high school game before a bunch of the women out there had a little RIP Gigi, RIP Kobe out there. Just shows how much of an effect he had, not only on NBA, but women and basketball everywhere.
And they had effect on early as Denise Daniels misses early there. Tampa's trying to find that three-point shot as it's taken there. No good. Rebounded by Denise Daniels.
In rhythm jumper there from Aaliyah Abney, though. I like that pump fake. Let the defender clear and try to knock down, just hit the back rim. They get it to Rosser down low. These guards are dynamic three-point shooters with Harrison and Martinez Toro.
Oh yeah, but that is a pull up there, rebounded again. Tampa ball.
And Rachel Leah holding up the diamond. Looks like they're gonna throw out a little press at them.
Got a little pressure early, force some early turnovers as Tampa has actually had 14 turnovers a game. Chris Nelson dribbling out in the front court.
I saw on her bio on Tampa's team website that she is related to O.J. Simpson. So just an interesting fact out there.
I did not know that. It's an interesting fact there. As the travel's not called there, but Yari looks to push it. Denise. Jalen, oh, nice dish to Denise. Denise Daniels, nice pass from Jalen Harrison to set up that easy jumper.
I like that, getting out in transition, trying to get an easy bucket.
Little give and go there. Tampa's looking to slow things down a little milk that clock as much as they can, try to limit possessions for Rollins.
This 2-3 zone's kind of giving them fits right now. They haven't been really able to get anything in rhythm. As I say that, they knocked down a jumper.
Malia Sullivan, sophomore from Bartow, Florida.
But I like the 2-3 zone defense. They haven't really gotten any penetration inside, and 2-3 defense is doing its job.
You just gotta force them to make shots, and that's what their Tampa's doing here early. Jalen Harrison pulling up from deep. Kind of forced there, and Tampa takes over.
And our sideline man, Neil Fisher, is back with us.
Yeah, guys, so during that last timeout, Coach Wilkes basically talked about moving the ball a lot quicker. Tampa's playing a very tight defense inside that paint, and the way you beat is by making quick passes. He talked specifically to Martinez Toro about getting that ball to the wing cut man through that paint a lot quicker.
That's a great point, Neil. You got to move without the ball, especially once you get into the middle of that defense. You got to dish it down, hopefully get an easy bucket.
Thank you, Neil, for that info. Jalen Harrison, Paris Sharp, and number 13, Tania Poulos checks into the game.
I like the energy from the Tars, battling for loose balls.
And Rachel Leah with the three-pointer as they take the early lead, 11-9, with 3:26 left in the first quarter.
Shooting a solid 60% from three early, 3 of 5 to start this quarter.
That is big, as they're only shooting 30% on the season from three.
We talked about how big the guard play is for the Tars. Jablonski into the game, Rachel Leah, Martinez Toro, and Harrison, all great shooters. So definitely going to have to knock down some three balls today.
Yeah, like you said, the guards, they're kind of outsized today with the big centers inside. Is Jalen Harrison once again, takes another three, and a timeout, Tampa.
Hot shooting from the Tars early.
14-9, timeout, Tampa. Your Rollins is up early with 2:57 left in the first.
Tampa is no stranger to being down early. The last game they played against the Eckerd Tritons, they made a comeback in that fourth quarter to maintain their undefeated conference record. So no stranger to being behind early, but Rollins has to keep it on, keep this three-point shooting going, and hopefully extend this lead.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I said earlier, only shooting 30% on the year from three-point line, and they're shooting well early as they're shooting 4 for 6.
And a little spread out scoring, 2 3 balls from Jalen Harrison, a 3 from Leah, and a 3 from Martinez Turo. That'll get you a lead early in the first quarter.
As they come out again, once again, try to force early turnovers in that diamond press, as you like to say.
It's almost like three-quarters court pressure, kind of slow them down, make them get into their offense.
As they finally get into side to Ponder, as we said earlier, she's going to be a huge factor for Tampa today.
Yeah, they've gotten it to her inside twice, and she's gotten 2 incredibly easy buckets.
As they're looking for that three-point shot again. Yari kicks out to Leah.
As Neil said, those quick passes are going to be key. This stagnant offense is not going to work with just one screen.
4 seconds on the shot clock, turnover. Malia Sullivan to the drive, gets fouled by number 13, Tania Povosi.
Good take there from Sullivan. Puts the head down, gets the contact, going to go to the line. Tampa is coming out of that timeout very nicely. Back in control.
And as a team, Tampa's shooting 76.4% from the free throw line. I said she actually misses the first one there.
Little broadcaster jinx there, Cam. Good job.
Knocks down the second one. Down 2, 14-12. 2 minutes to go, first quarter.
That's another thing to look out for. No Nagy on the floor, but Tampa really only plays 6 or 7 players generally. So you lose one of those players, that gives more minutes to their starters, and we'll see if Coach Jesse goes to the bench at all today.
Rollins turns it over there. As they are looking for Ponder in the post, and it's just not there. Foul on the floor. Again, Malia Sullivan there on the inside.
Third team foul on the Tars. Tampa still without a foul. 3 fouls to 0 here in this first quarter.
Cook it to the corner. And they're still trying to find Ponder. Ponder posted up in that post. 3-point shot, no good from Chris Nelson. As Yari kicks it in to the post. Post up on Ponder, and it's good. As the bigs up from Rollins are actually surprising Tampa in their strong big play.
She has been such a bright spot for this Tars team. The freshman, Paris Sharp, doing what she does best, getting the ball down low and finishing strong.
As this press, or as this zone is looking good, as the miss again from Ingram.
We've seen an emphasis, Rollins trying to get out in transition, trying to get some easy buckets.
Tampa's doing a good job on that defensive transition as Sharp tries to go up again. No good there. Tampa in transition. Finds Ponder. Great pass from Sullivan. Number 1-2 duo from the big play.
I was just going to say, Paris Sharp gets such great position down low, but doesn't hustle back there. And LaShayla Wright Ponder gets the easy bucket. Still Tars with a 2-point lead as this first quarter winds down.
They try to find Sharp, and again, Sharp kicks out to Yari, kicks up to number 11. It's fouled from the 3-point line. A little surprising there with 7 seconds left in the clock in the first quarter. Sends Rachel Jablonski to the line for 3.
Rachel Jablonski coming off one of her best games of the season. Last game hit 4 threes in that one. So you see why Tampa's trying to close out so hard.
Trying to shoot off there, and from the hot start or hot game from Jablonski, she looks to get the old-fashioned 3-pointer here.
They always say it's the Cardinal sin. Don't foul on a 3-point shot. Coach Jesse not happy with the officials there. He's giving them an earful right now.
She knocks down the first one. She knocks down the second one. Paris Sharp was actually a little confused there. Thought it was 2 shots. Actually, no, number 13. My bad. Pavosi. Third one, no good. 6 seconds left in the first. Sullivan looks to find a shot. Kicks out to number 2. Abdi. It's no good. A little hot start from Rollins, 18-14. Your Tars on the undefeated Spartans. We'll be right back with you on the Tars Network.
If you want to be on camera, you want to be behind the camera, you want to do radio, podcast, whatever it is, this is a program in full.
We're going to prepare you for what this industry is, and you're going to hear it from people who've been in the field, in the newsroom, in the control room for the last 20 years.
The stuff that you guys are doing hands-on here, I can't express enough. It will benefit when you are on your own somewhere else.
I'm hearing from people that I worked with years ago who say, I get what you're doing. Where was this before? We're on the cutting edge of doing something no one's ever done before, and the student is the one who benefits.
We are back here in Warden Arena. I'm feeling a little upset, hopefully early. 18-14, your Tars. Any thoughts on early upset?
It's been a good start for the Tars. Still a long game left, 30 minutes of basketball left. Keep on rebounding the ball. Hopefully the 3-point shots keep on falling for the Tars.
And Rollins, like you said, falling 4 for 6 in the 3 as Spartans shooting 1 for 7 from the 3.
Going to have to be more than just the 3-point shot if Rollins is going to want to win this game, though. Tampa, one of the best defensive teams in the conference, so 18 points in that first quarter. Try to keep that up.
They're going to have to find their bigs as Daniels pulls up from the wing. Tampa looks to push it down. As they're still trying to find Ponder there in the inside, and it's just not there. They're shutting, this 2-3 zone is shutting it down as Ingram takes a three, and the three is good.
They're almost packing it in, so they want him to shoot those threes. Instead of getting that ball inside, they want him to shoot those threes and packing in that zone defense here.
As
they get the wide open swing three on the wing.
Jalen Harrison looking to size up her defender, and she takes the shot. Shot no good. Rebounded by Sullivan as she pushes it up the court. Little nice Euro. And the bucket is good as the Spartans take the 19-18 lead.
You knew they weren't going to be happy with that first quarter. They come out, take the lead in the second quarter for the first time.
Jablonski, careless pass there. Running in transition as the Spartans love to do. And Abney with the layup, Laya Abney.
Tars going to have to combat this little run from the Spartans here.
The Spartans come out in a 7-0 run, like you said. Jablonski looks to drive. Might have missed Jalen Harrison on the cut there. As Martinez was looking for the foul, and she did not get there. As Chris Nelson slow up the offense a little.
They're really denying Ponder the ball and down low. They're really trying to limit her touches, but here she gets one as the double team comes.
And that's the gamble you got to take when you double, you leave someone open, and right there it showed that Sullivan gets the easy layup.
Expect a timeout from Coach Wilkes coming soon. 9-0 run from Tampa to start the second quarter.
Foul there from Ponder. She does not agree with that one. As our sideline reporter, Neil Fisher, what do you got for us?
Yeah, so during the break there, Coach Wilkes went back to, as I mentioned last time, moving the ball well. Not just moving it well, but you move it well by doing that, by getting quick passes. He talked about also they're showing great patience, and basically he wrapped up his lecture by saying that every time that they've shown patience in the sense of moving the ball quickly and not just taking the first shot, they've been able to score. He also talked about that in terms of transition, and the team needs to rotate better when they do get the ball and have transition opportunities.
Thank you, Neil, for that one. As the Spartans continue that run coming out.
Can't turn the ball over if they want to win this game.
Careless passes, no. As that hot start from Rollins is affecting them and coming out cold to start the second quarter.
Made a couple substitutions after that not so great start for this quarter. Only down 7 points though, so still right in the game. Keep it single digits and stay within striking distance.
And Pavolsi comes in for Denise Daniel as she was struggling there early in the second quarter.
Yoki Tassent into the game for the Tars, number 24 in white.
Sullivan again with that, and a late foul call.
I think that's the right call there, Cam. Number 24 took a nice trip to the basket there, hop step in the middle, and takes the hack on the arm. 2 shots coming for the Spartans.
First one's good from Sullivan.
Ponder and Sullivan are starting to take over this game. Ponder, Sullivan, and Abney both playing great. Abney had that behind the back steal and easy bucket on the fast break.
As the in and out second free throw goes in and falls for the Spartans. What do you think Rollins can do to come out of the second quarter to do better and try to come back in this game?
I like Coach Wilkes trying to substitute, trying to get new people in. Kylie Grigos just checked, or I'm sorry, Chandler Hall checked into the game, the 5'11 senior. So I like getting new people involved. Pluvioso chucks one up.
A good rebound from Leah.
Thought Rachel Leah got caught with a little body right there, but.
It was a juggle there. Kicks it out to Nelson.
Tars have yet to get a bucket in the second quarter.
Ponder kicks out to number 2, Abney, and the jump shot is good from Abney.
Just solid ball movement from Tampa. Break down that zone, be patient with it. Like Neil talked about, Tampa really being patient, attacking that zone.
And that cold start from Tampa is starting to rub off, as like you said, they like to start slow and they like to come back as they did here. Jalen Harrison looks to check back in as the guards are not performing as well as they should.
It's also tough for Tampa because, you know, they've been playing with Dory Nagy all season, and that first quarter, she goes to the bench. It's like, who does the offense run through? It's kind of a little rusty, but they picked it up in the second quarter in a big way.
Look, they're finding their groove here in the second quarter.
As even the Rollins fans behind us, a little stagnant offense. But good cut from Martinez Toro. She's going to go to the line, earns 2 free throws.
Yep, that is finally a good look to score some points here in the second quarter. As Dory Nagy actually is checking into the game as we have a timeout, TV timeout, the under 6 minute as Tampa coming out a hot start, 29-18, 4:57 left, and this is your Tars Network. We're back here as Martinez looks to shoot 2 free throws. What can you see from the Rollins coming out of this timeout?
I think the ball movement, like Neil talked about, got to keep that ball movement against this Tampa defense. The more the ball moves, I feel like the better the shot that Rollins is going to get in that possession. So trying to move without the ball, make some cuts, make some backdoors. Tampa's just been playing man-to-man defense. So like I said, some backdoor cuts, maybe a couple more 3 balls, get them right back in this game.
Martinez at the line for 2. Knocks down the first one as their first points here in the second quarter, almost 5 minutes in.
Martinez Toro, 5'6" junior from Doral Academy, wants to get a degree in business management. She's been a star for this Rollins Tars team all year, great 3-point shooter. She has checked in for her backcourt mate, Jalen Harrison, who enters the game.
And she actually was a 2016 All-American nominee coming out of high school. Jalen Harrison.
Just a couple seniors on this team. Jalen Harrison and Tiana Rosser are a couple of them.
Still trying to find that inside as Nelson pulls up. 3 is no good.
The zone defense has been working, though. They're really forcing, keeping Tampa on the perimeter and forcing tough shots.
Rachel Leah. A little stumbly there. Field goal is good from number 24, Yoki Toussaint.
Nice bucket there as the Tars cut it to 7.
She made a little hezzy there and made her stumble, as we could see here.
Right from the free throw line. You give her space, she will make you pay. Tars down 7.
As they continue to try to find the inside, as they finally do. Popovich fouled.
We talked about Tampa does not make a lot of substitutions. But here, Wright Ponder going to get a little breather on the bench. Popovich comes into the game.
Yeah, some of these players don't really play as much, but with Nagy not playing today as of right now, get a little help from the bench and then some unknown players. Rollins really doing a good job coming out of this timeout, trying to force them shots and get out in transition and try to score easy buckets.
Here, Descent with another step back, short. Chandler Hall with the rebound. Nice offensive rebound. I was just about to mention that the Tars are sticking with them on the rebounding categories. Actually out-rebounding them 15-13 right now. So that's something that we talked about in the pregame. Tampa being the best defensive team in the country, also one of the best rebounding teams in the conference. So Tars holding their own on the glass.
Yep, as Chandler Hall is sent to the line for 2. The first one in and out, but it's good.
Chandler Hall, another senior on the team from Buford, Georgia. And her brother played football at Duke University.
Oh,
Blue Devil.
No deal.
Yeah.
Good deal. They come out in the diamond press again and trying to trap them. Try to slow down and make them a careless turnover.
And then they fall back into the zone. I really like what they're doing on the defensive end right now. Denying inside. Also throwing double teams at the big men inside.
Sullivan there. Careless with the ball with the careless pass and a foul. As the Rollins crowd is starting to get back into it, only down 5 with 3:05 left in the second quarter. Neil Fisher again, sideline reporter, what you got for us?
Thanks again there, Cam. During the last timeout, Coach Wilkes didn't do any lecturing. It was the assistant coaches, and they basically got into the specifics about the players cutting. And again, we talked about quick passing being really the key. So basically, they're looking to get the ball lower and get better rotation on the cutting.
Thank you, Neil, for that. I agree with that with the cutting, and thank you.
Crashing the glass, their 4th offensive rebound of the game.
Right there, Denise Daniels got a good look. It's just she's getting good looks, but it's not falling. As stolen from Sullivan. Looks for the foul, and one. Sullivan actually looks to flex a little and taunt them a little. They take a 7-point lead and try to get one more at the line for a 3-point play.
She is dangerous in transition. So calm with the ball, cool, takes the contact, still puts it into the basket.
And she's perfect on the day, 4 for 4 from the field, 3 for 4 from the free throw line.
You did give her the broadcast jinx on her last free throw attempt.
We'll see if she can make it here.
Playing great in this first half.
And there we go again. I jinxed her again.
Back rim. But I like the energy that Rollins has gotten out of the bench with Toussaint coming off the bench, Chandler Hall grabbing an offensive rebound. Just got to quit these turnovers here.
Denise Daniels struggling today. Not falling as she gets subbed out here.
The Tars, their 7th turnover of the game compared to Tampa's 2, 3. And I feel like when Rollins turns it over, Tampa really gets that ball in transition well.
Well, on the season, actually, Tampa has more turnovers a game than Rollins, but right here is showing that Rollins is actually turning the ball over a lot more and being careless with that #1 defense like you see with Tampa. As they're doing a good job from the post, trying to get him outside. And
active hands, too. They're really denying the ball inside and forcing 3-point jump shots. They're only 2 of 10 from 3 so far, so I think that might be Rollins' game plan. Make them beat you from behind the line.
They shoot down their guard, Chris Nelson, as she's 0 for 5 on the day. As Rachel Leah rebound, another rebound from Rollins, doing their job on the board.
The senior Tiana Rosser grabs another offensive rebound. Here, gets her right hand on it, tips it to herself, finishes with that right.
Rollins doing a good job late in the second quarter as their slow start there.
Yeah, they've been able to bounce back. You know, Tampa had it to double digits at one point, but Rollins responded really nicely.
Fourth shot there from Popovich, but rebounded by Ponder. No good. Rebounded by Jalen Harrison as she runs in the front court. Good pass from Harrison. Finds number 13. Oh, blocked by Ponder.
Good ball movement there from the Tars. Still, I like that. Still 20 on the shot clock.
Take the reset. As the fans there wanted a shot from Leah. Another rebound from Rosser and a foul. Oh, foul on Tiana Rosser. She did not agree with that one.
I kind of like that out of Rachel Leah, not forcing the 3-point jumper, trying to get something better. But that's going to send Tampa into the bonus, for a 1-and-1 free throw. And Martinez Toro checks back into the game for the Tars.
As of Denise Daniels.
Solid second quarter from the Tars. Bounced back nicely after that start. Just going to have to finish these 45 seconds strong. Try to get some momentum going into halftime.
And Daniels comes back in for Rosser. She picks up her second foul. They were actually in the double bonus there. Ponder misses the first one.
My bad. My mistake there. The double bonus. I think we're playing men's basketball where it's 1-and-1, but they get 2 free throws. She knocks down the second.
40 seconds left in the second quarter. See if Rollins can get a bucket here.
14-second discrepancy in the shot clock and the game clock.
Try to go for a two for one here.
Or just get a good shot, you know, move the ball around, try to attack the rim. Here, Harrison gets a screen.
Martinez looking for shot far left there, does not touch the rim. Tampa trying to get one more, trying to settle for one more as there is 0 on the shot clock.
Coach Jesse holding up that one hand finger. He wants them to hold for one.
Ponder. Rebound by Martinez, looking 5 seconds left in the quarter. Jalen Harrison, 2 seconds left. I don't think she knows how much time's left. She chucks it up and is no good. I don't think she knew how much time was left on the clock there.
Yeah, she's been shooting the lights out of it from 3. You think maybe she'd try to pull up a 3, but I like taking it to the basket. Good half there from the Tars. Down 6 going into the second half, but it's been a great half so far, Cam.
What do you think they could do, Rollins, to stop the Spartans coming out of half with that hot start? Like they said, coming out of the second quarter, scoring 11 unanswered to the Rollins 0.
Yeah, it's going to come down to their offensive game. I think moving the ball around, trying to get those backdoor cuts like Neil talked about, passing the ball quick. I liked what Coach Wilkes said, and kind of letting his assistants lead the show and lead their team hopefully to another conference victory.
And one more thing for you, the Rollins Tars are actually out-rebounding the bigs from the Spartans 22-15. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, obviously Dory Nagy being out for Tampa is a big reason why, but Rollins battling on the offensive and defensive glass. They got 7 offensive rebounds compared to Tampa's only 1, so that's going to be a big thing to look out for in the second half, and Tars going to have to keep on crashing that glass.
Well, I'm Cam Champagne, Dan Harrison. We're heading to the half, 32-26, and this is your Tars Network.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Everyone from the Princeton Review to Condé Nast Traveler regularly ranks Rollins as one of America's most beautiful college campuses. Zoom in, though. Take, for example, our conference-style learning environment. Consider the dozens of high-end laboratories and collaborative workshops. Drop in on the professional performance venues where our student artists hone their crafts. Stroll by the courts and playing fields where our student athletes develop lifelong leadership skills. Take a closer look at Rollins, and you'll realize our beauty runs deep.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
If you want to be on camera, you want to be behind the camera, you want to do radio, podcast, whatever it is, this is a program in full.
We're going to prepare you for what this industry is, and you're going to hear it from people who've been in the field, in the newsroom, in the control room for the last 20 years.
The stuff that you guys are doing hands-on here, I can't express enough. It will benefit when you are on your own somewhere else.
I'm hearing from people that I worked with years ago who say, I get what you're doing. Where was this before? We're on the cutting edge of doing something no one's ever done before, and the student is the one who benefits.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Everyone from the Princeton Review to Condé Nast Traveler regularly ranks Rollins as one of America's most beautiful college campuses. Zoom in, though. Take, for example, our conference-style learning environment. Consider the dozens of high-end laboratories and collaborative workshops. Drop in on the professional performance venues where our student artists hone their crafts. Stroll by the courts and playing fields where our student athletes develop lifelong leadership skills. Take a closer look at Rollins, and you'll realize our beauty runs deep.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
If you want to be on camera, you want to be behind the camera, you want to do radio, podcast, whatever it is, this is a program in full.
We're going to prepare you for what this industry is, and you're going to hear it from people who've been in the field, in the newsroom, in the control room for the last 20 years.
The stuff that you guys are doing hands-on here, I can't express enough. It will benefit when you are on your own somewhere else.
I'm hearing from people that I worked with years ago who say, I get what you're doing. Where was this before? We're on the cutting edge of doing something no one's ever done before, and the student is the one who benefits.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Everyone from the Princeton Review to Condé Nast Traveler regularly ranks Rollins as one of America's most beautiful college campuses. Zoom in, though. Take, for example, our conference-style learning environment. Consider the dozens of high-end laboratories and collaborative workshops. Drop in on the professional performance venues where our student artists hone their crafts. Stroll by the courts and playing fields where our student athletes develop lifelong leadership skills. Take a closer look at Rollins, and you'll realize our beauty runs deep.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Sounds good.
And we are back here for the second half of your women's basketball. Tars down 6 early, and we look at the first half stats, or highlights, as I could say. As a foul takeout first play of the game, Julia Ingram scores a three-pointer.
2 of 3 on that first half from downtown.
As play after, Rollins, Jalen Harrison shoots another 3 to tie the game at 3.
Answers early. Jalen Harrison, 2 of 5 from 3. Also grabbed 4 rebounds.
And great steal from transition. A great find from Harrison to Daniels from the pull-up.
Daniels' only field goal that first half. Nice extra pass there from Jalen Harrison.
And Julia Ingram puts up another 3, and Tampa down 1. Late in that second quarter, a steal from Alea Abney, and an easy layup, and Tampa goes up 7.
Scoring has been spread out for Tampa. They have 4 players with 5 or more.
This last one here, rebound by Tiana Rosser up, and Tars cut the deficit to 3.
Yeah, nice offensive board there from Tiana Rosser. We talked about that at the end of the first half. Grabbed 7 offensive rebounds in the first half, so something to keep an eye on in this second half coming up next.
Yep. Rollins playing a lot better than they did in the first half than they did in the last game, losing by 25, but only down 6 here.
Yeah, absolutely. They've been shooting the ball early in that first half. They shot really well in that first quarter. Going to have to knock down a couple more threes if they want to pull off the upset here at Warden Arena.
It would be a great upset for sure. Second half coming up in moments.
And again, the officials we have out there, Gio Insignaris, Sam Crawford, and Fred Risby in the black and white stripes. Handle on the refereeing duties today. Did a good job in the first half.
Pretty clean game.
Nothing to complain about there.
Nothing to complain about here.
Haven't gotten too much of an earful from the coaches, so hopefully it'll
clean, fast, good game.
And our sideline man, Neil Fisher, back with us to give us a little report before this second half.
Yeah, so again, thank you, Cam and Dan. Basically, the first thing that Coach Wilkes talked about was on that last possession, Rollins was not really able to get off a good shot, and that's a problem they've had throughout the year. He was particularly upset about the fact that they did not get it off a good shot because of a lack of the time. And of course, he also mentioned that throughout that first half, they stressed a lot about moving the ball quickly, and not only moving it quickly, but getting the reverse. And he said they really were not paying much. They were playing at too quick a pace.
All right, thank you, Neil, from the sideline. Great info there. And we look to have a great second half.
Free ball from Julie Ingram on one side, and Tiana Rosser answered with a little bucket of her own. So 3-2 start in the second half.
Kind of similar to how this game started there.
Yeah, with back-to-back 3 balls there, back-to-back made shots between these two teams.
As they continue to kick it out to the wing and try to find the inside, try to find something opening. Sullivan with the pull-up, and she is feeling it hot today.
I was going to say, that was great defense by the Tars. Keep them on the perimeter, just no defense for good offense.
Sullivan there, 5-5 on the day with 13 points, 4 rebounds.
That was a little Kobe fadeaway right there. Off the block, get the ball, fading to the left, and knock down. Great shot there from Sullivan.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Denise Daniels from the free throw line. She's getting good looks today, but just things are not falling for her.
Definitely got to shoot that. All alone by the free throw line. That'll start to fall in that second half. Keep on shooting.
Jalen Harrison looks to steal it there. Sullivan again at the line with the nice dribble and the finger roll lay. Continues her hot start.
Yeah, 6 of 6 from the field. 15 points. Tar's going to have to put a body on her.
Daniel sets a screen, little pick and roll action.
This is that danger area for the Tars. When it gets into the double digits, they really have to respond. Keep this game tight.
Rosser kind of forces it up there, does not touch the rim. Foul goes the other way on Denise Daniels.
Good offensive rebound for Rosser. They're going to call it the other way. It's going to be on Tampa, it looks like. Nope. Tampa gets the ball. Rollins showing some pressure.
As I think we have a little
clock issue. They called the foul on the wrong team. Team fouls. First foul this second half. Tampa hot shooting to start this third quarter.
Like they did, they're coming out hot again as they did in the second quarter. Like to start out fast, kind of catch Rollins off guard as they find Ponder in the post. Kicks it out to Nelson. Abney from the step back. Little James Harden there, but does not fall. Great find from Martinez. Daniels does not put it up. Kicks it back out to Martinez. Martinez up for 3. Another offensive rebound from Rosser as she continues her great rebounding day and foul on Ponder.
Not only a great rebound, but also kept that pivot foot. That's not easy to do. Flexibility. She keeps the pivot foot and draws the foul.
And if she did not keep the pivot foot there, everyone that does not play basketball, that would have been a travel.
For sure. Great play by Tiana Rosser. Playing really hard today. Only down 11 here. Big possession.
Rosser sets the screen for Leah. Daniels looking to post up, size up. Sullivan, she's once again getting good shots, and the foul on Rosser, and that is her third, I believe.
Love that take from Denise Daniels. Like I said, they'll fall at some point. Just keep on putting that head down, going to the basket. 1 of 8 from the field. That's very unlike her.
As Rosser picks up her third foul, has it sent to the bench as number 23, Paris Sharp, checks in for her.
Such an important player. Can't have her get that 4th foul, and then she's 1 away from that 5th and getting ejected out of the game. Foul out. Good
Connor
hands.
in the post. Kicks it out to Ingram. Good ball movement from here from the Spartans. Abney, good shot. Rollins just playing great defense, but everything's falling for the Spartans as of right now.
Yeah, that quick ball movement. Kind of melting down that zone. The ball moves quicker than the players do, so. But good ball movement on both ends. Both teams have gotten good looks to start this 3rd quarter.
Martinez kicks down to Sharp. As the bigger woman fouled by Ponder. Sharp sent to the line for 2.
Great position down low from Paris Sharp. She gets the ball, able to turn her body, take some contact, and almost put it in for the N1. Big free throws here. Got to get back into this game for Rollins. Try to cut it to those single digits by the 4th quarter.
Be huge. The first one does not fall for Sharp. Kind of similar as second quarter coming out of the half. Spartans coming out hot and Rollins coming out a little shaky and cold.
Tampa's really starting to find their groove offensively and defensively. Like I said, it can't be easy with your star player going out for I think this is her first missed game of the season, so they're used to having Dory Nagy on the team. Took them a little bit to get going, but the 2nd and 3rd quarter, they're showing why they're undefeated in conference.
For sure, a little different there with their star player. Sullivan misses her first from the field. Sharp looks to post up again. Good there. Sharp showing up big from the roster starter off the bench.
Yeah, the freshman's been a real bright spot. 6 foot, one of the bigger players on the Tars. She also has made 8 starts in her true freshman season. Nice little spin move and finishes with the right.
Yep. Ingram looks to penetrate it. Abney takes it up and fouled. Shooting 2 for Abney. Fouled by number.
I think Paris Sharp got that one.
Yeah, Paris Sharp picks up her
23. 3rd team foul for the Tars.
And that's actually her 3rd for Sharp also.
It's a little bit of foul trouble for the Tars. Tanya Pluviose checks into the game. Martinez, Torra, and Harrison take a seat on the bench.
And that is not good for the Tars early here in the 3rd quarter. Their bigs are getting in foul trouble, which they crucially need down as they're a little outsized there in the post. As Abney knocks down the first, looks to knock down the second.
Still 5 minutes left in this 3rd quarter. Time for the Tars to cut this lead down.
Abney misses the second, but rebound by Sullivan. Crucial player of the day for the Spartans. Step up huge for Nagny. Ponder has been looking for the post as it's stolen there from Paris Sharp. It kind of thinks the Rollins.
Great denial there from the defense, and good defense leads the offense.
They kind of know what's coming. I mean, Ponder's been looking for it all day, and they play good D there and get out in transition, get an easy layup.
You can tell the game plan for the Tars is try to make them beat you on the perimeter with perimeter jump shots, see if they can knock down a couple jumpers. But it's really been tough for Tampa to get the ball down low into the paint.
As they're playing that zone effectively hard, as Sullivan gets fouled again from number 13, Pavosi.
Sullivan has been the one player to penetrate with ease. She's just been so consistent all game. 6 for 7 from the field. She's got 6 rebounds. Also dished out 2 assists. So she's just been do it all. And in place of Sunshine State Conference Player of the Week, Dory Nagy.
And we have a TV timeout here, the under 6, 30, 42-32. The Spartans. This is your Tars Network.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
We are back here in Warden Arena. Spartans trying to take in control of this game, up 10 late in the third quarter. Coming out of this timeout, how do you think Rollins can control the rest of this game? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries. It's Tampa's doing a good job on defense. It's a little bit stagnant from the Tars. Like Neil talked about those back cuts and trying to get the ball into the center and moving without the ball. I think it's going to be a big thing. And obviously, at some point, they're going to have to stop Sullivan. I mean, she's been so good tonight. 16 points, stat sheet stuffer.
And only missed one shot. But struggling from the free throw line.
The broadcast jinx again. She misses another free throw.
4 for 6 on the line for the day.
Much better than my percentage the one year I played basketball. I would take 4 for 6 from the line. Rachel Leah, good penetration.
Kicks out to number 13, Pavosi. Pavosi hitting an unknown three, as she does not like to do rarely, but she knocks it down there.
The 4th Rollins player to hit a three. Good dish from Denise Daniels, little handoff. Pluvioso chucks it up, nothing but net. Tars down by 8.
Come out our timeout, our sideline reporter Neil Fisher once again has some info for us.
Yeah, during the timeout, very simple instructions by Coach Wilkes. Number 3, Julia Ingram, chase her. Do not let her get loose. She is making most of the field goals. And Coach Wilkes talked about rotating on the 4 other players. So,
all right, thank you, Neil Fisher, and that's great info there. Once again,
a moving screen here on Paris Sharp, the freshman. But both these teams, we talked about it, defense is so pivotal. They're 2 of the top 2 defensive teams in the Sunshine State Conference. So points are going to be hard to come by. I like Neil's top point about moving that ball for Rollins and trying to get some penetration inside.
And for sure, it's that last game, like we said earlier, 85-60, a lot lower scoring game as the top 2 defenses, like you said, in the Sunshine State Conference.
Another point that Neil made is running Ingram off that three-point line. She's the one who's hurting them from 3, so that's someone to focus on and highlight. It's an iffy call. As Paris Sharp picks up her 4th.
That is not good for the Tars.
Tiana Rosser quick to jump off that one. Paris Sharp goes straight up there.
I don't know about that one.
It's the first call I would question today, but Rollins going to have to stay out of the foul trouble.
Sends Ponder to the line, trying to get to double digits with 9 points. First one up, first one no good.
Just nothing you could do there for Paris Sharp, I mean.
Played great defense, hands straight up, blocked the ball, but didn't get the call she liked.
Might have gotten her with a little bit of body, but they've been playing through that. But play on. Tars only down by 9.
Ponder makes his second one there. Takes the lead to 9. Jalen Harrison and the Tars look to regain control as she takes a 3. Little forced shot there. I don't know if I agree with that one, but live on. As Denise Daniels trips on Ponder, actually. And Sullivan once again with the easy layup.
Easiest basket of the day. For Sullivan right there, we saw Denise Daniels trip up on her own player. And
Jabolski, they're kind of forcing shots now, not taking it slow as they were in the first half.
Yeah, not in rhythm jumpers. Just a little off the dribble with a couple screens. There's another nice take from Tampa. She's stunning on him. She's flexing. They're back to a 13-point lead.
Tampa for sure has momentum now. Jablonski again. Tries to find Rosser, which she does. Denise Daniels once again. Nothing there. Great defense from Tampa, the #1 in the state conference. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Once again, Pavosi for 3, her second of the game.
I like that late in the shot clock. They get a screen. Harrison dumps it off to Pluvioso. Why not chuck it up again? Her second 3 of this quarter.
As they continue to find Ponder, try to find Ponder there.
Every time you think Tampa's got that lead, Rollins claws back into the game, knocks down a couple big shots.
And there you go. Forced turnover. Denise trying to push it. She does. Kicks out to Jalen Harrison. I think Daniels there should have taken the easy layup. His coach is frustrated that she did not take it there.
Still good defense. Got to bring it on this end.
Ponder with the bread and butter there.
It feels so easy when they get the ball down to her down low. It's like just one move right over that left shoulder and easy bucket. I feel like I say that every time she gets the ball.
Rosser continues a great day from the field. Actually, not from the field, but rebounding. She's kind of doing everything.
She's bringing
down
the
there.
energy for the Tars. She's definitely impacting the game. She got her hand on that pass right there, caused a little turnover. So Tiana Rosser bringing some energy.
Ingram again. She gets her own rebound, and there was 3 Tars there. She out-rebounded 3 Tars and not getting out as they were in the first half in the offensive rebounding.
Yeah, Neil talked about closing out on Ingram. She's hit 3 threes, so Coach Wilkes talking about closing out, but they don't box her out. She gets her own rebound. And
3-on-1 there. 15 seconds left in this third quarter. Jablonski out in the wing. Harrison penetrates it to the hole. Gets a good look, but it doesn't go. 5 seconds left in the quarter. Sullivan, their star player for the day. Easy transition. Gets the and one with 0.7 seconds. Momentum going into the fourth quarter.
In transition, you just got to stop the ball.
No one was there.
#1, stop the ball. They have 2 people back, and she just puts her head down, takes it right to the lane. And the foul on Rosser. Rosser picks up her 4th.
Dumb foul there.
Yeah, like I said, it's just about stopping that ball in transition. Somebody's got to get out and get in that defensive position, make her make a move or something. She just put that head down right to the basket and finishes with her right hand.
With the bigs in trouble, Sylvia Lasarte Garcia checks in the game for the first time as that ends the third quarter, down 15. Late there, Sullivan continues to show her day. 8 from 10 from the field, 21 points, 7 rebounds.
Yeah, you're talking about she's been spectacular all night. Tars want to get back into this game. They're going to have to maybe throw 2 people at her, try to change up the defense. But the scoring's kind of coming from all over. They have 4 people in double figures. So Rollins going to have to pick up the defense.
Yeah, that third quarter, the Spartans came back, and they're only down 5 in the, actually 2 in the rebounds. And they were down like 9 rebounds in the first half. So definitely the rebounds are affecting this game. Second chance points for the Spartans.
Yeah, they've hit 54% of their field goals compared to Rollins' 31%. So little discrepancy there. Maybe they're just getting a couple easier shots. They've hit 22 field goals to Rollins' 14. But Rollins can still battle back in this game. I talk about their tenacity and the hustle that they've shown all night. So
they're going to have to shoot better from the field, and like we said earlier, rebound the ball better. They're only shooting 31%, but actually shooting 50% on the day from 3.
Yeah, Pluvioso added some good energy there, hit 2 threes in that third quarter. Harrison and Martinez Toro, Leo, the guard's going to have to make a difference in this fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter coming up moments away. Your Tars are down 15.
Tampa showing why they're so difficult. They've been so difficult to beat all year. 13-0 record in conference. Overall 15-3. So.
And they've done such a great job without their star player Nagy not playing this game for reasons, but they've adjusted well and continue to play like they have all year.
Yeah, they've shown that they're more than just Dory Nagy. They're a complete team, and There's a reason they're atop the Sunshine State Conference.
As their bench is chanting defense.
Asia Newsom checks into the game. She'll chuck one up.
And it's good. Coming off the bench, first time Asia Newsom.
The friendly roll there. That one hit off the front rim and bounced right up and found a way to go in.
Dribble pull up there. Cuts the lead down to 12. As Agnew puts up the three. Rebounded by Leah. She looks to push it as they're down 12 with 9 minutes to go. Asia Newsom with the ball, like we said, coming in off the bench.
Look to get Martinez Toro maybe off a screen or something. Try to get her involved.
Garcia, first time in the game. She looks to post up Ponder. Nothing there as she travels. A little inexperience there from the freshman late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, a little three in the key. It took her a while to get going. And that one's going to go the other way. But Tar's going to come out with some pressure.
Neil, what you got for us?
Yeah, during the break there, the instructions, again, were very simple. All the coaches just basically said, you guys are not making good decisions, and in particular, who has the ball for the right situation.
Yeah, not making good decisions. Anything else for us, Neil?
Going back to halftime, when I talked to Coach Wilkes, of course, he talked about reversing the ball quickly, and he really explained that when Tampa went on that 9-0 run, which they took the lead, and they've held it since then, that was really the key. It's hurt them all game, but in particular during that 9-0 run.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Neil, once again. On the sideline, Neil Fisher.
As the men's game will be soon to follow after this, the Rollins Tars will take on the Tampa Spartans, 4 o'clock here at Warden Arena. And baseball season's also underway, Cam.
Yeah, we're actually calling that game tomorrow, and it'll be a fun one out there in the sunny Sunshine State Conference.
Yeah, hopefully the rain goes away today and we get an awesome day tomorrow.
As the Rollins forces another turnover, still down 12 with 8:27 left in the fourth quarter.
There's an eternity left here, Cam, especially with this 30-second shot clock. There's a ton of time for Rollins to make a move. Just going to have to knock down a couple of those three balls.
And they got to play fast. No sitting around. Got to play fast.
And move the ball with a purpose. Look to get shots. Move without the ball.
It's going to be tough, though, with this #1 defense.
Yeah. And they've been in man all night, Tampa, the Spartans.
They do a great job at it. 3 seconds left. Leah takes it up. Good shot. Takes the shot clock all the way down to 1. A great shot and great find there from Leah.
We heard fans behind us screaming, shoot it, shoot it. But Rachel Leo, aware of the shot clock, takes it hard to the rack and finishes with the left hand.
Number 13, Babose, tries to steal it again. They settle back down to that 2-3 zone. Swings it up to Sullivan. Swings it to Agnew.
Keep him on this perimeter, though.
Again, Ingram for 3, as she's been all day. Again, another 3 for Ingram.
Yeah, Neil highlighted that last time he came over. They're really trying to close out. Lasarte Garcia does her pass. She runs over there, but Ingram's just been shooting the lights out of the ball.
Still down 13 for the Tars with a little over 7 minutes to go.
This is what I'm talking about. Too much standing around for the Tars. Got to move without the ball, get open,
And Martinez was not ready for that one as a careless turnover being down 13.
Their 10th turnover of the game. Sullivan's been a handful to deal with today.
As Tampa looks to slow it down a little and milk a little of this clock, being up. Ingram firing away whenever.
Ingram's got to love this zone. I mean, she just stands in that corner.
And but a little inside there, another jinx, broadcasting jinx there. Fine Ponder for her 12th point of the day.
Yeah, it's been a quiet 14 for Wright Ponder. She's, like I said, every time they get the ball into her, it looks like she's got the easy bucket.
Martinez tries to force some rebound from Newsom. Gets the foul.
And another offensive rebound from the Tars. They've really been killing them on their glass. The 10th offensive rebound compared to Tampa's only 3. So that's we've seen the loss from Dory Nagy. Rollins dominating the glass, but it's not showing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, no, like we said, Ingram shooting a hot from the field and just can't stop her, shooting 4 for 6 from the 3-point line.
Yeah, she's only taken 2 shots from inside the three-point line. So she's kind of just been able to, as Asia Newsome.
It's a technical foul called on Ponder, I believe, as she hit the ball after and did not agree with that. This could be huge, kind of like a 4 or 5 point play swing for the Tars.
Asia Newsome checked into the game for the first time in this fourth quarter, knocked down a 3. 1 of 2 from the line there. We'll take that. She was a standout track and field athlete in high school. We got a couple more free throws coming for the Tars.
As Asia Newsome takes her foul shots now. Right now it would be the technical free throws, the 2 shots. So it could potentially be a 7 or 6 point swing.
And they subbed LaShayla Wright Ponder out of the game. And Terry Battle comes into the game, actually from Simeon High School in Chicago. Can you name anyone who went to Simeon High School, Cam?
I cannot, actually.
Derrick Rose,
Oh,
Jabari
really?
Parker. Hot spot for Chicago basketball. Maybe that's just me. I'm from Chicago, so.
Big Chicago guy.
Into the game, Terry Battle from Simeon High School. Storied Simeon Academy.
Now down only 12 for the Tars, and Indy look to maybe cut it down to single digits here with a 3 or cut it down to 10.
Back into the game, Chandler Hall for the Tars. Gives a screen to Martinez Toro. She's open in the corner.
Chandler Hall looks for the foul and does not get it there. Nelson looks to slow down things for the Spartans. Sullivan again working in the post. Little fader shot, no good.
She wanted to foul there. Chandler Hall definitely got a piece of her hand right there. Good. I guess we'll take the no call for the Tars.
Jalen Harrison looks for Leah. Looks for Rosser, fouled again from Ponder.
It should be the 3rd team foul on Tampa. So I think 1 more is the bonus. 3rd team foul on Tampa.
And that was actually Battle, my mistake. Her first foul of the game. Coming in for Ponder. Rachel Leah taking it from the top of the key. A little kind of forced shot there with 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Coach for Spartans are calling out the plays.
Looks like we switched to man-to-man defense the first time for the Tars, changing up the D.
I think it's a good call here because we're leaving Ingram out in the three-point line. It's a good spin move there from Abney as she's settling down the crowd as she does with her little arms. Takes a 14-point lead for the Spartans.
Yeah, just a great spin move on Rachel Leah and finishes in the paint.
Leah hands it off to Jalen Harrison. She looks to shoot the ball, but she does not. But she puts up the 3. 3 good there. Has the lead back down to 11 with 4:50 to go in the fourth quarter.
Gonna need a couple more of those. Her first 3 ball since the first quarter. So Jalen Harrison needs to get involved in that offense. I like the full court man-to-man pressure. Switching on screens.
Abney working on Martinez, and she pushes her arm off, and that's a charging foul on Abney as she does not agree there. Huge stop for the Rollins Tars.
Tried to go back to that spin move one more time, but Yari Martinez Toro beats her to the spot and is in control there.
A little deja vu right there, but it does not work out. And we have a under 6 timeout, 11, down 11 for your Tars with a little over 4 minutes to go. This is your Tars Network.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
back here in Warden Arena this gloomy Saturday. Down 11 for your Tars. Coming out of this timeout, how do you think Rollins can translate this onto the floor?
That was a big-time three ball from Jalen Harrison that last possession. I would look to get the shooters involved, Jalen Harrison, Jablonski, and Martinez Toro. I think to get back into this game, we're going to have to knock down at least 3 or 4 tray balls, three-point shots.
Like you said, three-point shots are huge right here. This is a huge possession here for the Tars. Down 11 with 4:20 to go. 17 left on the clock.
Out of the timeout, they're looking to get a touch inside. Screen and roll with Rosser.
And a late foul call there. Foul on Ingram. Sends Martinez to the line.
Yari Martinez Toro going to go back to the line where she is 2 of 2 on today. Try to cut this lead to single digits.
And that puts the Tars in a huge double bonus here late in the game.
Every foul the rest of the way, they will be shooting free throws. That's a big time.
Martinez looks to look for 2 here. She knocks down the first one.
And Neil Fisher is back with us. The Tars look to cut this game to single digits late in this fourth quarter.
So during that timeout, Cam and Daniel, the message from Coach Wilkes was basically, we are running out of possessions. If we're lucky, we might get 12 more. So not only do we have to make the most of them, but specifically make the most of them because we're taking smart shots. He talked about up to this point not really doing that, but we still have five minutes or so to change that trend.
For sure, Neil.
That's why you come out seeing them try to give some pressure in the.
As Sullivan once again, and one.
And one from Sullivan. Too big, too strong. Here she hits a little crossover back to her right, takes the body from Chandler Hall and finishes off the glass. And one Sullivan.
Like Neil said, every possession counts from here and out. Down 11.
She's inching her way close to a double-double, 23 points and 8 rebounds total.
Putting her in the star moment as Nagny is sitting out this one. Jalen Harrison with a nice move with the dribble pull-up. Great look, but it's not there as Rosser is fouled.
And like you said, we are in the bonus, so 2 free throws coming for Tiana Rosser. The crowd getting antsy behind us. Screaming, we're down 11. There's only 3 minutes. We got to have some urgency, And the Tars they've really battled all day. Like I said, they've crawled back when they've been down. Out rebounding Tampa, who's got one of the top rebounders in the Sunshine State Conference. That's been really impressive from the Tars tonight.
And Rosser has been huge down low, only getting 4 rebounds, but it seems like she's gotten a lot more than that. She's getting huge.
Yeah, she's got 4 rebounds, all of them offensive. So she hasn't grabbed a defensive rebound, but been a menace on that offensive glass.
She misses the big first one. She gets the second one. Down 10, 3:35 left to go in this game.
More pressure coming from the Tars.
Need a stop here. Need a forced turnover, which they do. As Martinez is hype as she forces the turnover there. Down 10.
Yeah, Neil talked about the lack of possessions, but here great trap from Pluvioso and Martinez Toro. Martinez Toro, good hands. Creates another possession for the Tars.
And she gets hype as they need a bucket. I think every possession from here and out.
I don't know if they need a bucket every possession, but it's got to be quick. They got to get, like I said, have some urgency to the offense, little screen and roll. Coach Wilkes is not happy on the sideline.
Taking way too much time there. Force another shot. Ingram for the rebound for the Spartans.
And if I'm Tampa, you're playing against the clock too, as well as the Tars. You know, you got 30 seconds on the shot clock. Don't need to go fast. As they have a veteran team, they know.
They look to slow it down. Oh, nice little behind the back there. Nelson pass up to their star player of the day, Sullivan. Avni.
Just a great possession.
Move. The rebound there from Ponder as Nelson puts it to 3 as it did not touch the rim. Martinez looks out as she travels there.
That was just a great possession from the Tampa, and they followed up with awesome defense. Get a trap at half court on Yari Martinez Toro and get the ball right back. If they take 30 seconds off the clock every possession, it's going to be tough for the Tars to come back.
Yeah, with only 2:30 left, like you said, 30 seconds every possession is going to be tough. Down 10.
Just a very veteran team, this Tampa Spartans team. There's a reason they're undefeated and just playing smart down the stretch.
Got to give credit to the Tars. They're playing their hearts out today versus a very good Spartans team, #1 in the conference. 13-game winning streak.
And you mentioned earlier in the season, wasn't such a great performance from the Tars.
Much improved team.
Much improved today, and you could see the effort out there. They were giving it their all for all 40 minutes.
And Sullivan, again, finds her for her 25th point of the day.
Still battling on the offensive glass. Tanya Pluvioso grabs the 12th offensive rebound for the Tars.
As the possession arrow towards the Spartans, and it's growing away from the Tars, down 12, 2:05. That little half-court trap and fouled there as they have to.
One more will put Tampa into the bonus. The third team foul on the Tars with 2:03 remaining in the fourth.
They look to trap again. Sullivan for a big forward as Sullivan. She's got good ball control.
Yeah. And Nelson as point guard has played so solid. 4 assists compared to 0 turnovers. That's just a great performance.
Not shooting the ball well for Nelson, but she's finding the open players. And,
that's huge for a point guard. If you're not just seeing the ball go in, do something else. Get some assists, grab some rebounds, play defense. And the star player gets another bucket.
27th point of the day with only 5 seconds left in the shot clock as the Spartans are starting to run away with this.
She's had more misses from the free throw line than the field.
That is just unheard of. As Sharp tries to find the bucket, fouled by Ponder.
Good things happen when Paris Sharp gets the ball down low. She's been so solid, the freshman.
Boxing out. She's going to be a great player for the Tars in the future as she, like you said, only a freshman.
Made 8 starts for them their freshman season. Coach Wilkes doesn't usually start freshman players, but he likes what he sees out of Paris Sharp.
She misses there. Little jinx again.
Broadcaster jinx. We've
been going on all day.
If you're counting at home, it's probably about 5 or 6 from the free throw line.
Down 13 as your Tars. The Spartans starting to run away with it. 1:20 left. Look at that diamond press for the Tars. You find Ingram on the wing.
Cannot get a trap. And Nelson's just been so good breaking that press all day. We talked about it. No turnovers compared to 5 assists.
And they're going to take it down to 30 seconds every time as they're up big. 1 minute to go left in this game. They find Ponder in the post as they have been all day. Nelson with 1 second left in the clock. And good defense there from the Tars. Forced this shot clock violation. 49 seconds left in the clock, down 13.
Yeah, this is kind of what we expected with the 2 best defensive teams in the Sunshine State Conference. Tough to make buckets out here, and Tampa just made a couple more than the Tars, shooting 55% from the field.
See if Jalen Harris can score again, but it doesn't. Olase out to 3 and is no good. 33 seconds left in the game.
6 second difference, shot clock and game clock. Expect Tampa to just run it out here. As Ingram also played great, chipping in 14 points, 4 3 balls. Like we talked about, there were 4 players for Tampa who have scored in double figures. That was the difference.
And this is Ingram's first start of the season, as Nagy usually gets the start for the Spartans.
Coming off the bench and able to knock down a couple threes.
Sullivan again. Bread and butter there for a 29th bucket of the game, as the Spartans are going to pull out this one. A deep 3 there, kind of excitement, doesn't matter, down 12. Jalen Harrison, she smiles that one off.
4th 3-pointer of the game. That one was from
way out Steph Curry range.
Downtown Winter Park.
Spartans, their 14th straight victory, ties the season conference record with a 14-0 start in the conference, and the first time since Rollins 10 years ago.
It also ties a team record, a school record for 14 wins in a row. Coach Jesse and company playing their best basketball right as the season winds down. Tampa improves to 13-0 in conference.
Well, like we said earlier, much improved from Tars, only down, losing by 12 this one, losing 25 the first time. I think a huge factor, like we said, Nagy. huge factor. That's why it was only a 12-point deficit.
Yeah, Tars played great, though. I mean, they out-rebounded one of the best rebounding teams in the Sunshine State Conference. Really played their heart out. Turnovers are going to cost you. They turned the ball over 12 times compared to Tampa's 9, and only shooting the ball 32% from the field. Just not going to cut it.
But Sullivan, for sure, was the star player of the game, shooting 12-15 from the field, 5 for 9 from the line. Actually missed more shots from the line than she did from the field with 29 points.
Couldn't quite get that double-double, but she was by far the most impressive player. We talked about she had the size, she had the speed, almost like a little Paul Pierce, the way she would break down a defense and attack that rim. Sullivan played great, and Tampa able to come out with a win.
For now, we're going to look at our second half stats, or highlights, I would like to say. As Tampa attacks, once again come out of the half, Julia Ingram hits her first three the second half.
And Neil talked about how big it was to close out on Ingram. She was such a good three-point shooter, knocked down 4 of those threes, and route to a Tampa victory.
And Lee Abney puts up another 3 late in the third quarter. And Rollins passing play to Pavosi, and she scores her three-pointer off the bench.
Fluvioso hit 2 threes in that second half, finished the night with 6 points.
As Malia Sullivan dribbles up and gets a basket and one huge, puts Tampa up 15.
Yeah, like we talked about here, got to stop the ball in transition. This was to end that third quarter, kind of set the tone for the fourth quarter.
And Asia Newsome come off the bench, shooting a huge 3.
The shooter's roll right there. Bounced 3 times off the rim and in. Newsome came in and gave some energy off the bench.
And Elia Abney right there with a great spin move there on Rachel Leah. And to end the game, a haymaker from deep, Jalen Harrison. Great shot.
Too little, too late from the Tars. And they battled. They tried their heart out and unable to come up with the victory.
And much improved. And one more thing from Neil Fisher for the final stat of the game.
Yeah, so looking back, of course, during my career as a print journalist, I've heard multiple times over and over coaches say 90% of all games are lost, not won. And I think today was a perfect example of that. Of course, I've been coming in and out and giving you different reports from during the timeouts. And you can really put all of those, the concerns of Coach Wilkes and the coaching staff, under the umbrella of self-inflicted damage. As you mentioned, the end of the third quarter there, that was pretty much the, I guess say, the final nail. But the other key point was that 9-0 run at the beginning of the second quarter. Tampa went into the lead and never gave it up. And there was a series of self-inflicted mistakes made by by Rollins.
Yeah, stick around. Thank you, Neil, for the sideline all game. You did an awesome job.
Thank you.
Definitely providing some good insight. Stick around. We got the men's game between the Tampa Spartans and your Rollins Tars. Next Wednesday, Nova Southeastern comes to the Alphonse Sports Center at Warden Arena to take on the Rollins Tars. Wednesday, February 5th, here at 5:30 p.m. for our next matchup between the Rollins Tars. I'm Daniel Aronson.
Cam Champagne.
It was a blast broadcasting with you. We had Neil Fisher on our sidelines. Like I said, stick around for the men's game on the Tars Sports Network.